What is going on in Washington, D.C.? News dropped today that Washington NFL team hired a defense attorney to review the organization's protocol.
This is bad. This is very bad.
Also, we know that owner Dan Snyder finally agreed to change the racist name Redskins. But did he agree to change the name because he finally had a moral change of heart or because of the money? I'll tell you what I think next. Let's get to it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Sports Talk with Mo. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome and be sure to hit that subscribe button. First, I'm going to start with the reports that dropped today. Some things are about to go down at this franchise.
It's about to go down.
Now, if the Washington Post, which is like a daily newspaper published in DC, comes out and says that they are preparing a story on you, you already know it's something deep. I mean, reports are already stating that the franchise hired a defense attorney. Nothing has even dropped yet, and they're already hiring a defense attorney. They said they were preparing a story on the organization's culture.
A few moments later.
Breaking news. I had to include this section in this video because the story just dropped now by the Washington Post. Big bombshell. 15 women who were former employees of the Washington Redskins anonymously reported they were sexually assaulted between 2006 and 2019 by other employees of the organization, including members of owner Dan Snyder's inner circle. Now the story is still developing. It's crazy because when it first got reported that Washington Post had a story about this team they were going to drop, immediately I was thinking it's either going to be about toxic environment, unfair treatment of employees and players, or sexual harassment. And of course, it is about sexual harassment. Already, it was reported earlier that two minority shareholders wanted to sell their stake in the team, meaning we are washing our hands clean of this franchise and anything that is about to go down. So they knew something big was about to drop and they wanted to immediately sever all ties with the team.
Thank you.
But for this video, I'm going to focus mainly on why Dan Snyder finally decided to change the racist slur Redskin name. As far as the sexual harassment story, I'm going to keep you guys updated, so don't worry, I got ya. Now, of course, we got the statement from owner Dan Snyder last week announcing the franchise will finally undergo a thorough review of changing the name. My question now is, why now? Why all of a sudden do you want to change the racist name you have strongly defended for years? I mean, this owner has gone on record many times saying he will never ever change the name, despite the fact that it's a racial slur and it's offensive to the Native Americans. These people have called the franchise to drop the name and logo and end bad stereotypes and images of Native American cultures, but of course fell on deaf ears. This man, again, he's just annoying me. Like, he's been annoying me this whole week. Had the audacity to defend his obvious ignorance and white privilege.
You're so disrespectful.
Based on some sham poll that was conducted in 2004 and 2016, stating that out of 768 self-identified Indians, only 9% were offended by the name and logo. So he said in an interview, a 2013 interview with USA Today, that a name change was not an option. But now all of a sudden, you have a change of heart. Like, this is where it gets good, yeah. So, of course, you know, with everything that's been happening in our community, with George Floyd's death, we've been seeing a lot of things happen with the Black Lives Matter protests, Confederate symbols and statues being taken down. I mean, people being called out on their racism, on their white privilege. The NFL finally admitting they got it wrong and now want to fight social injustice and discrimination. They are still here to apologize to Colin Kaepernick, by the way.
That doesn't make no sense.
It wasn't until these companies, Nike, Pepsi, FedEx, announced that they are severing ties with the franchise, to the point that Nike removed all Redskin name jerseys from its website, that Mr. Dan Snyder now finally caved into pressure and said, okay, now I have a change of heart. I want to change the franchise name. You know, it's really, really sad, and I've said it that systemic racism in this country, it's not going to be eradicated completely, but I think for now we are seeing changes. It's unfortunate that he had to take it affecting his money, his billions, for him to change his mind. Because if those companies didn't face public pressure and we're like, look, we are facing this pressure from people that if we keep supporting you, people are going to support us. So you therefore need to change the name so that we can keep supporting, investing billions into this franchise. It took that, it affecting his money, for him to be like, okay, I'm going to change my mind now and review this name. It wasn't that he had a moral change of heart or he was sensitive to what that racist name does to Native Americans. Like I always say, these NFL owners, they care nothing about social justice, racial discrimination, or even the safety of their own players. All they care about is their bottom dollar, period. And it's a shame, out of all 32 owners, only one is a minority owner. That alone says a lot. I am curious to know what the new name will be, and also the story Washington Post just dropped about the sexual harassment. What's going to happen now? Will Dan Snyder be forced to sell the team? So many questions. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. That's all I have for this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also click the bell to get notified when I drop a new video, and remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hey, for more content like this, check out these videos on your screen right now, and I'll catch you at the next one. Ciao!